This is the long version of my bathroom renovation. I started this 22 months ago. Took me a long time to decide on my tile. I first started because my cousin Carissa Nichols was going to come live with me while she went to med school, but she got admitted to Omaha and decided not. So I didn't go very fast on this, but here's the blow-by-blow. The floor is original. And like in 95, when I first moved in, there was a leak under that toilet and plumbers all wanted to pound that floor out. I went in behind that wall where there's an access panel and I carved out 3 inches of concrete all the way back till I could put new plastic in. So I got to keep my original floor. The pedestal sink, that's a Facebook find. It was free on the curb down by Winterset. I put a new fixture on it, but replaced the porcelain knob so I could have those wonderful stencil writing on it. $5 from a couple out in Urbandale that had stuff left over from a reno. The pop-up drain, I replaced that. Used that was $5 at the restore. I bought that little storage area for $2 at a moving sale. The Martha Stewart hook was free on the curb. The tile are reproduction crackle tile, the Victorian crackle tile. I ordered those. They were made in Spain, but I had to order them through Sweden. I used, and they're not as expensive as a person would think, but you have to seal them. I double sealed them with a permanent sealer. The pencil is glass. The ceramic pencil was so expensive, it would have cost just about as much as the tile. So I went with glass, and I really like the color and the way it looks. I would choose a little lighter blue because when they set, they get darker. The doll tile, modern tile, I got that free from a garage in Sioux City near the Historic Historic English Mansion. Thank you, George Wakeman. The tile was set because these tiles are just a little different size. Take a look at the grout in there and the different width. And luckily I found Matt Madsen, who did a wonderful job to install this absolutely perfectly. The medicine cabinet's original, had a 1913 newspaper behind it. I sandblasted it, painted it, and put it back in. Let's go around to the tub. Speakman, this is Speakman brass, the valve. Originally it had Speakman in it from the early 1900s. And they're very expensive stuff, and I bought it off eBay for less than $100 for the whole thing, but I bought parts and pieces until I cobbled it together so I would have my $800 shower valve. And that is a utility closet valve. It has a hose bib on it. You want to know why I do that? Just give me a call and I'll explain it. The shower thing is the wand, and the hose is a Temu special. I didn't want to put drill holes in my ceramic tile, so I got some suction cup hangers for towels right outside the shower. However, I think I may drill in between the tiles and put in some brass pieces. The peacock is, that's just an Amazon special. I love the colors of it. I picked up the toilet paper dispenser for $1 at an estate sale up in Ankeny. I wanted to remove this panel of radiators, but I would guess it weighs over 450, maybe 550 pounds. When I was young, I mean really young, I could have done it myself, but not today. I couldn't find anybody to do it, so I put Rust-Oleum over the top. It didn't look good. Then I bought some Krylon, and you can tint Krylon. Lowe's has it, the oil-based paint is tintable, and I'm just so happy with the result. Did the 1 quart, did that entire panel and the door, and I still had some left over. Now I bought these really nice, heavy brass hooks for the back of the door. There was mismatched hooks there, and they were $2 a piece at the Habitat for Humanity Restore, and looked really nice. And I think I bought 4 extras, so I might put them on the wall right outside the bathtub. And that's pretty much what I did. Oh, except for the light. Yeah, I have to have a brass fixture and push button fixtures. I went with those. The wall, I forgot to mention that wall had a window in it. And I removed the window and had to frame up the window. And boy, there's a lot of 10-penny nails in a window. I think there was a nail every 2 to 3 inches. Well, I got it out, and then my master plasterer, Joel Barton, sealed it all up, made it look good. And I insulated it and did a vapor barrier before I did the seal, but I'm glad I took that out. Thank you, Joel Barton and his protege, which helped. These walls were really crooked. They were like a ½ inch off plumb, and Joel and then the guy that came after him really did a good job of straightening those out. And then I sealed them with a water sealer. Everything was sealed with water sealer for a future benefit. I put a vent fan in, thanks to my friend John Sen, and rewired. That was great. There was a big hole in that ceiling up there that had been there for probably 50 years that was covered with that 1x1 styrofoam ceiling covering. And I pulled all that off and then had to scrape a massive amount of glue out of it. But the roof was fixed from Joe Burkhardt did that roof. Did a great job of doing both of my roofs. And I'd hate to tell anybody what I really paid for this bathroom was added the roof cost to it, but that isn't a fair comparison. The light fixture, I used an antique Hall of Fame. Can't really see it. The light's too bright up there. Nobody ever told me my light was too bright. So here I have the end of the bathroom renovation. Total cost for hired labor, probably $5,000. Total cost of materials as I got them, probably about $1,500 for materials, maybe $2,000. And then, of course, I saved on a lot of things by getting like the sink and the faucet, and I had a lot of plumbing stuff already in storage. So it wasn't cheap. There's the end. I can't believe you listened all this way. Have a great day.